So now in today's session that we have to start about this approval workflow. So before that, let me just quickly recap what we discussed in our previous session. So basically in previous session, we have discussed about that template configuration, and in that we picked that contract template, and we discussed about the contract template, that how to configure this task in the contract template, how to configure the document, how to configure the questionnaire, how to configure this, like, there's conditions as well inside the template. So basically, this template is only applicable in case of upstream, not in the downstream. So in downstream, we will not have that like any template, and in that, like in downstream, directly we have to use the form. Even if you remember, like whenever we have created like sourcing contract, so that time system prompt us to select a particular template, right? But when we have created the purchase acquisition, that time system never asked to select a template. So whatever information that something we would like to give there, we have to put it manually. So most of the information system copied automatically, and some of the information we have to specify manually. Okay, so that means the template option is not applicable in case of like, the downstream, and it is only applicable in the upstream. So wherever we have to configure the template, so we have to follow the same approach. So for sourcing as well, like we have to follow same approach. We can create sourcing template, and the differences is that like in sourcing template, we also have to specify that different type of rules. So like in sourcing, during sourcing session, we discussed about different type of rule, that is timing rules, bidding rules, currency rules, right? Like either the supplier will able to perform the bidding in the multiple currency or not. So like this, we have specified the multiple rules in the sourcing template. So only the differences will be like that in the sourcing template, only differences will be about this, like a rule setup. So we have to do the rule setup. Apart from this, other activity is will be the like same as it is in the contract template. So like from the task configuration point of view, or from team member configuration point of view, or like that some conditions configuration point of view, so those activity also we have to follow in the same as a contract template itself. Okay. And also we also discussed about this approval workflow in that like upstream part. So like whenever we have to incorporate this approval workflow in the upstream part, in that case we can only do with the help of the approval task. So if approval task is not there, or if customer is saying that we do not want to see any approval task, and they want to like implement approval workflow in the upstream, so that is not possible. So in that case, we have to tell them that like we have to first create the approval task, then only we can implement this approval workflow in the upstream. Okay. So even we seen that how to configure this workflow in that like upstream, and generally like in that upstream part, so we'll have the very basic workflow, so very simple workflow, because customer is also not preferring to go with the complex workflow, because these are upstream, these are the like documents are the like just supporting document like sourcing contract or supplier. So they also do not want to give an like much complex workflow. But when you will come like in the downstream part, so in downstream part we will have that complex workflow. So generally for purchase requisition, so for purchase requisition we will have the complex workflow. Okay. And that is why that we have the different option that is available in this like downstream to configure the workflow, and we can configure like in the like like in broad way how we would like to do in the like for purchase requisition or any of the purchasing document. Okay. So we'll see how to configure this workflow for like the downstream, or for some other purchasing document, and what how to put the conditions, how to put the logic, and whatever the other parameter that we have to set to configure this workflow. Okay. So as we discussed earlier, like these types of workflow, so as we discussed like by supporting three kind of workflow. So one is the custom, if you remember, sorry, or we can say custom as well. And second is the parallel, and third one is that serial, right? So whenever we have to configure, like whenever we receive that requirement from the customer, so we have to analyze the requirement, and we have to see like how, like in which way that we have to create, we have to configure this workflow. So either customer is looking for the customer flow, or customer is looking for the parallel, or customer is looking for the serial. That's something we have to understand. Accordingly we have to configure. Okay, so to configure this workflow, let's take one example. So let's say that we have a discussion with the customer, and the customer is like given the requirement, and the requirement is like that. So let's say at label first, label 1, he is asking workflow should go to manager of PR creator. Okay, so this is very basic scenario, and in most of the cases every customer is looking the first label should go to the like supervisor or manager of the like PR creator or PR acquisitioner. Okay, so this is one example. Same way they are asking for label 2, workflow should go to, let's say, procurement manager. Okay, but in this case they would not like to directly send it to like procurement manager, so they would like to give some conditions, some criteria. So based upon some criteria, that system should send this workflow for the procurement manager. So what is the criteria? So they are asking the criteria that if PR amount is in between, let's say for example $1,000 to, let's say, 10,000. Okay, so if the PR amount has the like that amount between like 1,000 to 10,000, in that case only the system should trigger this workflow to the procurement manager. And if that amount is less than the 1,000, so in that case it should not go to the label 2 approver. Okay, same way at the label 2 only they would, or the same way let's say at label 3,